And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Get going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boots Sports, and we are back with episode number 151.
That is
I do
correct.
believe. This is our college football week 4 recap. What a weekend of college football it was.
Beautiful.
My God. We were very excited for it coming in, and I think it lived up to every bit of the hype.
It lived up to every piece of hype.
It was great. It was great. We'll be talking about plenty of that in just a second. Anything else you want to say before we get into this? Or
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Tigers. Hey, it's Arkansas, man.
Yeah,
you just get
that's
that
true.
win no
That's
matter
true.
what. Every year it's like that.
The 17.5 line never made sense.
No, it didn't.
Like-
And I don't know
like
why
a-
I didn't put that in my dirty five.
Like
that,
a
none
guy
of that shit.
said,
plus 17.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have had it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't. I don't know
like
what
a
I'm
guy
thinking.
said, the people that made that line act like they've never watched this game.
Yeah.
It's always close.
It don't matter what team's
No.
good or bad or whatever.
Every year it's close.
Every year. No matter where it's at. I mean, it's just crap. When they didn't even have KJ Jefferson last year, it was close.
Yep.
Speaking of bets, we're 18-11 this week.
Hey.
I've been over 500 every week, baby.
Bill came
have
in.
too,
Bill
I
came
think.
in his first week 4-1, and his loss was Denver plus 6.5. They lost by 50.
Literally.
50.
5-0.
He should be banned. Like that's a week suspension.
That's like the worst betting in the history of bets.
I saw people talking about, dang, my alternate under 89.5 didn't hit. 89.5. If you just imagine that.
Imagine the odds on that.
Yeah.
Dude, what if you put $1,000 on it?
What if you put $1,000 on over 89.5?
That'd probably at least net you 10 mil.
I mean, there ain't no, I mean, the book wouldn't even give that to you, but
No.
Jesus, that's just crazy.
If you called like an actual bookie and offered that up, they would probably call the FBI. It'd be like, this guy knows
He
something.
knows something.
We don't know what he knows, but he knows something.
Yeah.
I heard Jake Crane say this morning. He had a 17-game parlay for $2,000, and he lost the last game.
Oh, God.
Minnesota versus Northwestern.
Oh, I saw that game.
And they were up 31
Yeah.
to 10.
Yeah. And it went to like double overtime, I think.
Yeah. 17-game parlay, and that's the only one he lost.
I saw a tweet yesterday. It said Oregon beats Colorado. Colorado beats Nebraska. Nebraska beats not Notre Dame. Northwestern, maybe it was.
Northwestern, yeah, they played them.
Minnesota loses to Northwestern. How bad is Minnesota?
Row that boat.
You know,
Minnesota loses to North Carolina by like what, a touchdown last week, I think? Wasn't it pretty close?
Yes, it was. It was close.
Yeah, that's college football, man.
Row that boat,
there's
PJ.
nothing better than it, dude. Like, I love football.
Yeah.
Especially college football, man. Just the pageantry, the fans, the stadiums, the atmosphere.
Michael Penix, you know, he's involved.
31-13 to North Carolina. Never mind.
Was it close for a while, though? I feel like it was close.
I thought it was.
I think it was, too. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was close.
21-10 at half. Yeah.
That's close for Minnesota.
An even better tweet, though, from yesterday came from Brandon Walker from Barstool Sports. Diehard Mississippi State fan. Okay. This is early on in the game when things are not going great. He said, Coach died and y'all expect us to field a team this year? It's not fair. Coach died. He refers to him as Coach. Okay. I love it. He's like, Coach died.
Yeah.
Not looking good
State
for them.
might be the worst team in the conference this year.
He put out his power rankings.
Yeah.
SEC schools. He had number 1 Georgia. He did best and worst. Best Georgia, worst, hopefully Vandy.
Hopefully, Vandy.
I would love to talk to him.
I've DM'd him. He didn't answer.
I would love to talk to him, man.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else? Any non-college football or football-related things to mention? Astros got swept by the Royals.
Something massive
What?
that is yet to be talked about because it happened Friday night around 6 o'clock.
Oh, Nick Chubb?
No.
Oh. I've just thought about Nick Chubb for 2
5
days.
people in history.
Oh, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and announce it. My voice sucks. Yours is better
Ron,
right now.
Ronald Acuna Jr., 40, 45, 40, 50, 40, 55, 40, 60, 40, 65. Did all those. Most of those becoming the first member ever. Yeah, he's literally part of history. One of 5 for 40-40.
He is one of one to have ever hit 40 home runs and stole 60 stolen bases.
Yeah, and he's 2 away from 70. MVP is his. It's locked up.
Minus 10,000 odds.
Yeah, it's his. He's also got the record for most homers in a leadoff spot in a season with 40.
What was his odds before the season?
It was like plus 6 or 700, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. It wasn't long.
He was one of the favorites.
He was top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It was like Mookie, him, and probably Mookie and him, honestly.
Well, and then what you call it? Not Pickett. My God, I just saw Pickett on the screen. Olsen has set the Braves record for homers and RBIs.
Home runs and RBIs. That is correct.
And he's not the best player on his own team.
That is correct.
It's crazy.
I saw your boy Freeman set a first baseman record.
20 home runs,
Yeah.
20 stolen bases, 200 hits.
Yeah.
First one ever.
And I think he's nearing the doubles record. I know he's broke the doubles record for the Dodgers.
He's still a great baseball player.
Yeah, he's good.
He's just in a different time of his career.
Between Acuna, Olsen, Betts, and Freeman, one of them's not getting top 3 MVP, which is just insane. They're all having historical type seasons, and yeah, baseball's in a good spot. And my God, hopefully we get them in the NLCS on a great stage for about 4 games in a sweep. We'll see. Anything else, Chance?
I'm looking up those odds. We're
About
one
it.
win away from 100.
And it looks like we might be getting that tonight.
That is correct. Strider's going to fall 3 strikeouts short of breaking
He might get
John
another-
Smoltz
might get another
record
start.
for strikeouts in a single season.
Might get another start.
It would have to be on a final game.
When's the regular season end?
We have 5 games
close,
left.
huh?
6 games.
No, this is 6. We have 5 after tonight. So
I think it's
October 1st.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nope, September 30th.
So next Saturday.
Yep.
Want to shout out if you've seen our social media pages. We got some new
It
logos.
is October 1st. Sorry.
Got some new logos from Liam. Check out his Instagram. It is, let me see, LRH_edits. Did some really cool work. Has a lot of cool Saints, LSU, Pelicans, Mavericks, a lot of different edits that he does. He's a graphic design student up at LSU. So obviously big fan of the Tigers. He was in Stark Vegas for the game last weekend. But yeah, very cool logos. Kind of gives us some identity to each of our shows that we put out, and already got those going. So whenever you go pull up a podcast on Spotify or Apple, instead of looking at the base logo that we're using and still going to be using, you get a little bit of a little more color and I guess pop, and it's more significant to the episode that we are that you're listening to. So shout out to him for that. And let's do an ad read, and then we can get into this.
Here you go, real quick. Opening odds for National League MVP: Juan Soto plus 550, Mookie plus 850, Goldschmidt plus 950, Acuna plus 1,000.
Golly.
1,000, okay. What if you put 1,000 on that?
Been 10 grand.
Ooh.
Could you imagine that?
Ooh.
All right, let's do this.
I
So
would do it. He'd got hurt week 1.
I want Ty to stay away from every
I'm
Braves
banning him.
game.
I'm banning him.
Here on out. I don't know
You know he's
futures.
going
I'm
to.
pretty
I
sure he's
know
0
he is.
3.
You know he's going
I'm pretty
to.
sure he's 0 3 with like 3 of the worst games we've played this year.
Lost to the A's. I remember that with Soroka on the mound.
The Cardinals
Yeah.
with Soroka on the mound.
Let's see. What's their odds of winning the World Series? Because you know he's going to
Like
probably put
plus
something
two.
on it.
It's like plus 270.
Oh.
It's extremely low. Like it's shockingly low for a championship. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's do Doug DeMona Farm and Feed, our new sponsor. We finally got their advertisement, got their little read, so let's do this. Doug DeMona Farm and Feed is a family-owned and operated farm, supply, and nursery. There you can find a wide variety of pet and livestock feed, supplements, vet supplies, plants, seeds, and fertilizer. Located on Highway 167 just north of the Hodge Mill, you can be sure you'll be treated like family at Doug DeMona Farm and Feed. From our family to yours, thanks for your business. So shout out
Good
to them.
people right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good
Kyle's
people.
family, and it took us like a freaking year to get the sponsorship. But
That is correct.
It's been a year since Kyle's been on.
that is also
correct. One of the founding members.
Yes.
The only reason me and Clay are on here.
Yeah, Kyle made this podcast.
He really did. And he's no longer here.
And he's no longer here with us.
I wonder if when the baby gets older, he'll be able to come out and
Maybe
play.
Maybe come out and play a little.
He came for draft day.
He did.
He did. He was gonna miss that.
He had to drive to Ty and Rayleigh.
To the crossroads at 1:30 in the morning.
And that did not hit.
It did. What are you going to do? He put 1,000 on who?
No, it was like 2,500 on LSU.
Yeah, it's Florida State. Yeah.
That's when we didn't hear from Ty for like 2 or 3 days.
I'm pretty sure it was 2,500.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he didn't text after the first quarter of that game. And we were up at halftime.
He
He
said,
still
"Here we
didn't
go,
text.
boys." I left my phone at Rayleigh's house.
Yeah.
I would have too. Yeah.
Yeah, don't be near me. My God. Let's get into this. So you want to start with LSU? Obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Peyton, get after it.
Do you want Garrett Nussmeier starting at quarterback?
Shout out Sean Fox.
I feel like we have to read the Sean Fox Facebook post
Read it.
because he did everything I wanted him to say except for go all the way, but I know he can't. Oh, about pick six.
He also did a freaking like live Saints
Today.
recap right
Yeah.
after the game.
Did he really?
He was tapping his heart. He said, "It's just not worth it, guys." Not to make light of him having a pacemaker, but
I
that's
turned
some
the
funny
I
stuff.
turned the TV off. I threw the remote at the couch and I just walked outside. I was done after the Saints game. I was done.
Last night would have been a night where I broke a lot of stuff in my house if we lost.
Oh, me too. Me too. I was getting really upset.
Have you found the post, Clay?
Yeah, I got it. LSU football quarterback Jaden Daniels has become only the sixth player in FBS history to throw for 10,000 yards and rush for 2,000 in a career. Others on the list, Dan Lefevre, whatever, was that Central Michigan?
I've never heard of that guy.
You don't remember him?
No.
Oh, come on now.
I know Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is a phenomenal coach, by the way.
He's a good coach.
He's so freaking good.
Yeah, you don't remember this guy? Central Michigan.
I kind of do.
Yeah. Mariota, Boykin, Griffin III, and Kaepernick. Jaden Daniels tonight started
Before the knee.
7 of 14, 70 yards and a pick. Finished 10 for 11, 208, and four touchdowns. A perfect throw to Malik Neighbors, who cannot be guarded for the fourth TD, and LSU leads 31-24 with 9:43 to go. And it's amazing half the fan base hates on this kid. He is far and away the best QB LSU has had over the last 30 years, not named Joe Burrow.
Amen.
It blows my mind to see some of the comments every week, how much people forget how bad the QB play was pre-Burrow and 2020 and 2021. This dude literally had the most efficient game in LSU history against an SEC team, was a quarterback who beat Bama in Tiger Stadium, which Burrow got shut out 29-0, and frankly, LSU hardly ever beats Bama in Tiger Stadium. Correct. And has done some historic things. Now, give us the backup.
Yes.
WH.
Why? Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him for that. That was really good.
And like I said, exactly what I feel.
Yeah.
Exactly how I feel.
Yeah. And Neighbors can't be guarded. He's unbelievable.
He's everything we thought Keyshawn Boutte
was. And more.
Dude.
Jeez. That catch he made on that sideline, oh my gosh.
He's
I come out the chair.
He's always open.
Yes.
Every play.
I wasn't. Coming into the year, it was all like first round draft stock stuff. I never bought that. Watching him last year, he was good.
He was
but
good.
It never felt like a SEC, an NFL game breaker type.
Did
guy.
he gain weight in the offseason?
Got a little thicker, I think.
He got thicker down low, and I think that's helped him.
Yeah.
Because he looked skinnier last year.
He never felt like that kind of guy. Like, yeah, he had a great year last year, but it didn't feel like someone. Oh yeah, he's going to be a legit NFL player. Starting to see it now.
He'll be a first round draft pick.
Yes.
He's essentially, which it's almost crazy to say, but he's taken the Jamar Chase route.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of player he is.
Yeah.
He's the deep threat burner somehow.
Jamar
but
Chase.
He's fast, but he doesn't look fast.
Jamar
Chase. Yeah. He gets open. He's not huge.
He just beats you downfield, and you don't know why or how. Jamar Chase.
He's a great football player.
And makes every catch that's near him.
Snags them all.
God.
You ain't got to worry about him dropping.
No.
Speaking of drops, I ain't heard the name Kyron Lacey in a minute.
I think because they're trusting Thomas and Neighbors, and they're playing Hilton more. They didn't throw to him, but
he's out there.
He's getting the Lacey reps. Yeah. Lacey's, I think, in the doghouse a little bit.
My boy Aaron Anderson about turned that mug up and scored
he did.
On that little touch pass.
Yeah, he did. I kind of thought we would have started seeing at least one of the freshmen in the rotation some, but I haven't seen. I
haven't seen them.
Kept waiting for him last night. I thought Simpson might get in there a little or something, but no, I haven't. It's kind of hard to get them in there when you got Taylor back, and getting his catches.
And you can split him out wide so easily.
Easily, yes. And I loved how they used the running backs last night.
It felt right.
It felt right, and Diggs.
It felt LSU.
Yeah, it did. And Diggs is your guy.
You could tell Diggs is the one they trust the most.
Yeah, they trust the most, and he's just one of the.
And Caleb Jackson runs like Charles Scott.
I love Caleb Jackson.
Caleb Williams runs behind his pads better than anybody I've seen since Leonard Fournette. Caleb Jackson. Caleb Williams runs the ball well too. Caleb Jackson runs behind his pads better than anybody I've seen at LSU since Leonard Fournette.
Yeah. But Diggs, man, he has that Levon Bell patience. Like I don't know if you watch him when he gets behind the line,
he somehow just comes out of a pile.
Yeah, he just bounces and boom, he's out. Like,
there was numerous times last night I was thinking, okay, he's not gonna get a big gain here, and then he just squirts out, gets 9.
Yeah, 7-8 yards. Yeah, exactly.
Like
it's impressive.
I don't get it.
It is. And
he had 97 yards last night. Didn't even feel like it.
No.
And we get another year of him, don't we?
Yes.
We won't have Josh. We won't have Emory. Diggs and Jackson, man.
That's a good duo.
That's a combo.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Does Kane have another year?
No,
there's no shot. He was old last year.
Yeah, this is it for Kane.
So 20 for 29 for Daniels, 320, 4 touchdowns.
He sucks, so we got to bench him.
Diggs 14 for 97, Jackson 2 for 12. Felt like he had more touches than that.
My boy.
I feel like Brian
Josh
Thomas
Williams
is about to really show
Josh
out.
Williams 1 touch for 41 yards.
Because Neighbors is about to start seeing some safety looks over the top. I mean, they're going to have to start. Surely you're going to start doubling Neighbors. I mean, you're going to have to let somebody.
You're going to have to. Eventually.
I don't get how these teams are still letting. There's no way.
After what he did last week, you would have figured they'd had 2 people.
Absolutely.
On. But nah, let's just throw McLaughlin over there and let him get his little revenge game. Burnt toast.
Yes. I'm glad after that pick he got too.
Andre Sam's the best player in the world.
I like Sam.
I knew it from he made a hit in the first quarter against Florida State, and I'm like, this is gonna be my guy.
Looked up the number. Oh
yeah, I remember him now.
I like Sam a lot.
Your boy Penn, man. Penn's a stud.
Yeah.
But even more of a stud is Baby Weeks.
Ooh, Baby Weeks.
I love me some Baby Weeks, man.
I didn't realize he was that big. He's 6'3".
We got to turn this fan off. It's getting cold up in here.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
He's 6'3".
Yeah.
I mean, good gosh, that's big for a linebacker like that. He's I think he's 225, 230, and he doesn't look it. Like he looks good for his size. Man,
6'3", 222.
And we don't have Omar Spates right now.
Wait till Baby Weeks gets a year in the program.
Yeah, gets muscled up. Yeah.
He'll gain 15 over this offseason.
A muscle. Yeah. No, and dude, he ain't scared of hitting.
He fears God. That's
he
it.
hits the freaking hole, son, and he don't care who's coming through it, man.
I fear God,
I
homie.
love
That is who Whit Weeks is.
I love that a lot. Some people were down in the pass rush last night. I felt like it was there. I felt like KJ's hard to bring down.
The pass rush was there. We didn't stay in our lanes.
We didn't. That's
what you have to do against a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
They broke the cardinal rule over and over. It felt like, and mainly, honestly, it was mainly our ends. Our ends were whipping the tackles, and then they would do a pass rush move like a dip or a rip, and go inside. You can't do it.
Can't go in. Yeah.
And then when they would go outside,
they get too far outside.
KJ would find the hole. Yes,
they
would go too far upfield.
Yes.
The tackle is taught just take them there. If he wants to go there, take him there, and then KJ just slips right through.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was the night to have a quarterback spy, and we didn't have a quarterback spy.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't.
Last night felt like a quarterback spy night more than Florida State.
Yeah, you did Perkins in that role. That would have been the role right here.
It?
Yeah. And we used him in that role last year when they had Hornsby at quarterback.
Yes.
Like
and then whoever we played at home like the next week, he was just watching them all night. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Bama. Was it Bama?
It was right there at it. I can't remember.
He spied Bryce Young all night.
Yeah, he did.
Who, Perkins?
Yeah. That felt like we needed to have done that last night.
He was impactful in that role still.
Yes.
He would have been last night.
He would have been extremely impactful last night.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because
KJ's not going to outrun you.
No, gosh, no.
And so you could give him a little cushion, and Perkins' speed's going to catch up with him.
And he likes contact enough to hit him.
Yeah.
And it feels like we've been getting a decent pass rush from our regular pass rushers now, like Savion, the boy from Oregon that I love, Swinson. You're getting a pass rush.
Freshman Womack looked good.
The kid that did it without a helmet on last night.
Yeah, I'm sitting there and I got nervous. I was like, no, don't tackle him, because I didn't know
they
that
get
rule.
rid of that rule?
No, so apparently is if you're in the process of making a tackle, you can still do it. So you can't.
Okay, well, I have a story for you, Peyton Mitchell.
Okay.
Clay, do you know what story I'm about to tell?
What was it? About what?
Playing without a helmet on.
I'm assuming something
Womack
Jonesboro?
last night.
Louisiana Tech. Michael Schrank.
Oh, yeah.
Number 34. Crazy son of a gun. He's on kickoff. Okay? Front line of kickoff. He runs back. They rip off his helmet. He still keeps going, lays a killer block on somebody without a helmet on. We house it. They bring it back.
So, yeah.
That's what I think of every time. I immediately thought about that last night.
So if you're not, and they talked about that. There was like, with him being in the process of the play, he's still
and my thought process is, if he don't give a crap about his body, why should we?
I mean,
like Harley last night, she was like, "Oh my God, he did that without a helmet on," and then he starts running to the sideline, and they zoom in on him, and I'm like, look at him, he looks like he's got a little bit of crazy in him. I was like, it kind of makes sense.
He's a freshman. He just wants to be on that field.
Is he from U-High?
Who?
Womack. I feel like he's.
Was he our highest ranked Louisiana guy we got this year besides Zalance?
I got him listed as Baltimore.
I must be thinking about Savion from last year then.
Yeah, they got him 6'5", 260 from Baltimore.
That's a pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dang good at it.
I mean, he had 5 snaps last night.
Yeah.
Two quarterback hurries. 1 tackle for loss. His stats were pretty dang good for 5 snaps. He's going to start seeing the field a little more.
We'll see some more.
Yeah. Finally, like seeing some of these freshmen. They're finally starting to put in there. Wingo had a good game. He statistically is not going to show it, but he was in that backfield a lot. I mean, Arkansas's got a good offensive line. Sam Pittman's not going to have a bad offensive line.
Always. But even though Jacob swears that they suck. He says they suck for it to be an offensive line coach's offensive line. You know, he's like, they're not that great, and they were very penalized.
Yeah, they were.
They were heavily penalized.
Now that cleaned up in the second half. They didn't get as penalized.
They had 9 in the second half.
Did they?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I feel like there was less in the second half. Was it third quarter they had all of them, in the fourth quarter they didn't? Maybe
That's what I think.
I don't feel like it was a lot going down the
Because
stretch.
it felt like we were going to pull away, and that's when they were having.
I thought we were, because when we come out and scored second half, I was like, all right. That's what I said to Taste. We're going double figures. Like I just felt like it was about to start because we were the better team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
KJ's a heck of a player.
he is, and he's a college quarterback.
He's a college
Yeah.
quarterback. That's all he is. I mean, bless his heart. He's like he's got a body of a defensive end, but
Yeah.
He's going to get talked about moving to tight end at the combine, probably.
yeah, and he's better.
6'3", 247.
He looks taller than that.
He does.
Dude's ugly. I know that.
Tell you what,
I would say it to his face.
our boy Campbell got back in his groove last night. You didn't hear from him, which is a good thing.
Yep.
I mean, I figured he was going to bounce back after last week. You know what's crazy is, Campbell really holds his. He's 6'6", 325.
He looks good.
Mason Smith's 6'6", 334.
Yeah.
Like 10 pounds, and Mason looks way bigger than Campbell.
Yeah.
He looks really good at 6'6", 325.
He looks like a left tackle.
He does.
Mason Smith looks like a D tackle.
Yeah, he does.
You know, it's crazy how their bodies can do that.
It is.
Here's what Jacob said last night. For a former O-line coach that has put multiple Georgia first-round guys in the league, Arkansas's O-line play is effing awful. 9 penalties in the second half.
Well, yeah, but those are all false start penalties. Like, it wasn't like holding or penalties or anything like that. Like,
yeah, which is what a coach would be fine with, honestly.
Yeah, like
they would rather have holding penalties, you know.
Yeah, like which I mean, I won't think Pittman. I don't think a very disciplined team. Yeah, I mean he's
but we sure are.
Yeah, we are.
We don't commit penalties.
I know, it's impressive. Like it really, because that Perkins we got screwed on that. That was
that was bad.
What's he supposed to do? Stop in the air? Yeah. He was already like left air. He was in mid-flight going at him. I mean, that was a bad.
That's
call.
pretty bad.
On 3rd and 18.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's huge right there. You can't make that call, man.
It was too close to call.
Which I saw BK turned it into the SEC.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it was at all. I watched it twice. I was rewinding it. I was like, there's no way that was.
Yeah. Something that I liked. Yeah, Denver Harris is there to lock somebody down. He ain't scared to tackle, though.
No, he's not.
I like that.
Yeah. And I say there was a lot of good plays of the secondary that the weapons receivers just made plays.
Yes.
That one Denver, it was right there
in
at the goal line, right short of the goal line, right short of the end zone there, like on third or fourth.
Yeah.
The kid made a catch going out of bounds right there.
Yeah.
It was on 3rd down, I think. Denver played it well. The kid just made a good play. Like I mean,
he's an elite corner. You can tell he's an elite corner. He got burnt on that one play.
He got burnt on one, yeah.
But he about recovered.
Mm-hmm.
If he just turns his head around, he probably don't get called for nothing.
He separates himself amongst the other corners we got. You can tell. Other than the bonehead play by Alexander, when he came up to go tackle KJ and KJ threw it over his head.
Yeah.
I thought Zai played pretty good himself. But
it feels like our bigger issues is safety.
Safety.
Because we're not getting really beat out
you're
wide.
missing Gray Brooks.
That's correct. And we're going to be missing Gray Brooks. It feels like we're getting beat over the middle more than out wide.
Major Burns is in the tackle safety. Like
Andre Sam is a glorified linebacker.
Yes. Like we don't have any guys that you just feel real confident back there, and that's what's hurting us. And because I feel like your two corners with Alexander and Harris are capable. I mean, they're good enough.
Yeah.
That safety room is scaring me a little.
Back-to-back road trips after this, at Ole Miss, at Missouri.
Them two games,
that's pretty tough.
That Missouri game scares me.
Yeah.
F that. Ole Miss scares me more.
The only thing that doesn't scare me,
Kiffin's going to try and put 60 on us.
But we might put 65.
Exactly.
That's true.
I don't really. Ole Miss doesn't scare me as much. They scare me because I feel like Kiffin could throw up 50 on us in a heartbeat.
And honestly, he probably will.
Yeah. I didn't.
Auburn's bad. I know that.
Yeah.
Auburn's horrible.
Well, you got to give Hugh a pass. I mean, he
year one
with
he's
nothing.
With the dude that was banging his intern. His recruits.
That said, he doesn't like recruiting. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is what kind of team you get. You're all right, and they got a phenomenal quarterback coming in next year already. So I mean, they're fine. but Missouri, man, they're good. Like
Yeah.
I mean they're not a top 10 team, but they're a good team. I like their coach. I've always liked them. I like the hire when they made.
Is he the one with the bad haircut?
No, you don't have a bad haircut. I don't think.
What's his name?
Dirkwich, or I think is the name.
Who is it?
Missouri's coach.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Dirkwich. He came from App State.
Yeah. Anything else with the LSU game before we move on?
I still want to see some slants up the middle.
Yeah, we're not running anything
everything
like that.
is still outside the hashes. Even the curl routes, everything's outside hashes. Like I still want to see some stuff. Even Mason Taylor, it's outside.
Yeah,
outside,
it's always out
outside.
routes.
It's never inside.
It's kind of like we're showing off Jaden's arm strength. Which
Do you think
he's
that
got
we're-
a good arm? But
you think we're doing that to allow Jaden the ability to run up the middle, give him more open field in the middle?
it does create space.
Possibly, but Jay never runs up the middle. He always goes outside. He goes around the tackles every time.
Yeah.
You don't ever see him running between the tackles much. He's always bouncing outside. I would love to see something up the middle because I feel like you're going to have to. It's during the stretch of the schedule because they're going to start. Defenses are going to start sitting on that, and they did. McLaughlin sat on that like yesterday when he made that pick.
That was a strange play.
He stared it down though. God.
He stared it down, but I still don't know how he got there.
I think he knew the play. You could tell.
You think
he left? He left. I don't remember who he was on. He left him he knew. Like he knew it was coming.
He still had really good closing speed to even get there.
Yeah,
You know?
he did. He did.
It's a good play.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I want to see some. I want to ask is see some plays at the middle, and man, when you got Campbell and like athletic linemen like we have, I want to see a screen every now and then.
Yeah.
Like get them out there. You got plenty of running backs that could probably run it well. Like show me a screen.
Is
of some
Goodwin
sort.
back?
No, he's not back. But
I mean, he's the guy you usually get the screens to.
Yeah.
No, that'll be John Emery now. That he's all the way back.
Emery's just, I don't know. Emery's weird.
Emery's not getting touches to get going though either. I mean, he ran well the few runs he had. He just, I mean, they're trusting Diggs right now. I mean, that's BK's guy back in Notre Dame. I mean, he's gonna ride with him. He holds it's good ball security. Looks like. I mean, I like how he doesn't let the ball loose when he runs it. I don't know. Next week will be fun. I mean, it's going to be a good environment at 5 o'clock in the Grove. I mean, it'll be rocking over there.
We got to make sure we get home in time to watch.
Yeah, we will. Let's move on. Georgia 49-21 over UAB. Did not cover. Shocker.
Hallelujah. We had that in a parlay. Big parlay.
Michigan 31-7. I did not know Harbaugh was back this week.
I thought he was suspended 4
I did
games.
too.
He was by the NCAA. The school suspension was 3. So when they dropped the NCAA dropped it, and then the school suspended him. It was for 3.
Rutgers scored like first offensive play of the game, and then
It was like a 70-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, didn't do much else. Michigan's.
I
still want to see them be tested though.
They're not flashy.
No,
that's why it's hard to believe in them. But every year they do this.
When do they play Penn State? Because I'm all in on Penn State.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, they play Penn State plays them in Ohio
at
State.
Happy Valley at 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Penn State's got a schedule coming.
Penn
up.
State's good, man. They're good.
They got Ohio State. They got Penn State.
Michigan won't be tested until the last 3: Penn State, at Maryland, and Ohio State.
That is correct. They'll be number 2 until then.
Yeah, if not 1. If Georgia ever slips up,
Georgia's going to mess around and lose to somebody. It feels like.
Who?
I don't know, but somebody.
Where's the Missouri game at?
Georgia.
They're going to be locked
they
in
get
for that
Missouri,
one.
Florida, and Ole Miss at Georgia.
They'll be locked in for that one after last year's scare.
Yeah.
That won't be a thing.
At Tennessee, though, but I don't think anybody's really scared of Tennessee. At Vandy? At Auburn?
Hopefully the worst team.
Texas beats Baylor 38-6. I didn't see a snap of that game. No
I
idea
saw
what happened
Quinn
there.
Ewers scramble up the sideline and somehow not run out of bounds and scored a touchdown.
When does Texas play somebody relevant?
Oklahoma
in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh, Kansas this week.
that's a good game.
ABC 2:30.
That'd be a good game.
Heck yeah. That's.
I'm not sold on Oklahoma anyway. That's just
Yeah,
me.
I'm not yet either, but it'll be at least better than Baylor and
I mean,
Wyoming.
you're playing a 30-year-old quarterback with a defensive-minded head coach.
Yeah, but you're starting to see the defense
they
actually
are-
come alive.
Well, because he's calling the plays.
Yeah.
I didn't know he wasn't doing
Really?
plays last year. Yeah. And my God, that's made a difference.
Yeah.
A huge difference.
Florida State Clemson 31-24 Florida State.
How's Florida State number one in the country, not number one in the country? Who has a better resume than Florida State?
Yeah, but it's Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia's got 2 national championships.
That's the thing.
That's what's
it
stupid.
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That shouldn't
It's
go
a new
off
year.
anything. Yeah, it's a new
Erase
year.
your memory.
Give me a resume right now. Florida State could easily be number one.
Washington got
It's
a
not
vote.
even easily. It's nowhere. It's like definite number one.
Yeah, they are for sure.
I mean, between them and Texas, because Texas beat
Yeah.
Bama at Bama. That's
Yeah,
just
but
like
that's
impossible
one-
to hear.
But
And
yeah,
then
but it's
Ohio
one
State.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State has a better win than Georgia does.
Win. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it doesn't make sense to me how they're not number one. I mean, they're 4 now, and they're not going to move.
No. They'll stay there.
They'll stay right there.
No, they dropped, Peyton. They're number 5 now.
Whoa.
Holy crap!
Ohio State jumped them.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Holy crap!
Yeah, they went down.
There you go.
Which, I mean, I guess Clemson's not as good of a win anymore, but
It's
still.
still
Yeah,
at Clemson.
Yeah.
It's at Clemson.
I mean,
First conference loss since 2016 or
Air
2011
Force,
or
Air
something.
Force is getting 6 votes.
Where's my
that
Wazoo?
that overtime
Cougars?
freaking stat is the craziest stat I've
The
seen in a long
Clemson,
time.
I mean, the Florida State one? Yeah.
That is the craziest
I tried
stat.
looking it
What'd it
up.
say?
But that was Florida State's
First
first ever overtime
ever.
win.
At,
Not against
on
Clemson.
the road.
Oh, first overtime road win?
Yeah.
I thought it was just period.
No, first overtime road win. I think I read.
Let me find it again. I thought it was just straight up road win.
What do you mean road win?
I mean, road overtime win.
That's what I said. First
I
over.
mean, I thought it was straight up first overtime win.
Oh, surely not.
I don't
Either
know.
way, it's a really crazy stat.
Oh, never mind. It is first.
Yeah.
It's FSU's first overtime win on the road in program history.
That's nuts. For a historical program like
Yeah.
them.
Who's
Holy
who's
crap.
been winning for
Yeah, 100
60
years.
years, 70 years, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
Fresno State's ranked. That's cool. I haven't even got to watch them, but
And they lose their quarterback every year and they still come good.
Who's that?
Fresno State.
It's a program.
I mean, it really is.
Well, you're recruiting California.
Yeah.
The 3 stars of California
Give me all your 3
are
stars.
dang near 5 stars from anywhere else
Yeah.
besides like Louisiana or Florida or Texas.
Or Georgia. Yeah.
You know,
Florida State will get tested with Duke in a couple weeks. That'll be fun to see.
Florida State, the only thing that scares me about Florida State is their lack of running game.
Yeah.
I don't think Jordan Travis is good.
They had 22 yards.
I just don't
yesterday.
think he's good.
I think he's a pretty good player. He's a good college football player.
Like
Yeah.
he doesn't like take me away like Caleb Williams.
Well, he's not going
does.
to take you away because he's not that. He's
But
not
people
that.
are acting like he is the second coming of Christ down there.
No. Well, it is for them.
I mean, he's been having Heisman talks since before the season started.
Well,
And
I think it's well deserved.
He's still top 5.
Yeah. I mean, they're going
He's more along the lines of Jaden Daniels than Caleb
Yeah.
Williams or Michael Penix.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd take Jaden over him.
I mean, we saw week 1. I mean, Jaden wasn't the problem, obviously, but
No,
Travis is
it's
really
just
good.
And Travis was hurt yesterday.
Yeah, but I
mean,
just
Yeah, he got hurt against Boston College.
Yeah, his shoulder. He had shoulder bang
Yeah.
injury and something else. He had 2 injuries.
I don't know. There's just something about him that like he gets hyped up a lot. And I don't see it.
I don't think he gets that much hype. I think you have seen it some because we were playing them leading up to it. So you saw some of the beat writers
Yeah.
and stuff talk. Like, if we hadn't played them.
And it might also be because they played us and then Clemson as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll die down now
Like,
because they're not gonna really play nobody.
yeah, I mean, they don't have nobody really.
They're not gonna play nobody that has like a national following.
What's their schedule?
They have Duke.
At Duke? Or is it
No, at
home?
Florida State. And then Miami and Florida.
Like
At the Swamp in November, though. That'll be tough.
Yeah. They'll be playing for, Florida will be, that'd be their championship.
Yeah. USC 42-28 to Arizona State. They did not want to put that game away.
No.
Arizona State was on their third quarterback, too. The Rashada kid got hurt. Their backup got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt like 2 weeks ago, apparently. Yeah. They started the Pine kid from Notre Dame. USC is who we think they are, though.
Lincoln Riley's – I just don't know if he's going to ever produce a team to make a full run at it.
Yeah, well, they're about to start getting the real test, and we'll see what they are this year.
He needs to find some young, fiery DC.
Or go get you an old vet of some sort.
Look at this schedule. Look at this schedule coming up, man. At Colorado, at Notre Dame, versus Utah, versus Washington, at Oregon, versus UCLA.
Yeah.
If they make it out of that, they're not.
They're not.
But, my God, it's going to be crazy.
Now, UCLA's not real good, but
UCLA's not bad.
It'll be a challenge.
Yeah, UCLA fights. They're and they got a freshman quarterback.
That will be when UCLA is at their best.
Yeah.
Surely Chip will have them because their offense is not good right now.
I mean, it
True
was
freshman
good before.
quarterback.
Playing Utah, it's hard for anybody's offense to be good. But I mean, it'd been good earlier in the year. They put up
like we watched the end of that game yesterday. Utah's pass rush just got home.
It was ridiculous.
It was kind of like what we were saying about Jameis off air, like one look and then he's tackled. That's what was happening yesterday.
They got 3 straight sacks in the game. 3 straight,
and it was 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi hit.
Caden Ellis's brother had 2 of them, who I didn't know existed.
That's correct.
But yeah, USC. I mean, I don't think anybody's really surprised by what they've done so far. We'll start seeing some real tests pretty soon, and yeah, we'll see if they're legit. Ohio State, Notre Dame.
How are you a head coach, a defensive coordinator, and you allow 10 players on the last 2 plays?
He didn't want a
First
penalty.
off, the broadcast didn't even notice it.
No.
They didn't even bring it up after the first one. And then his excuse for the second time.
I didn't hear his interview.
He didn't want to be penalized.
He didn't want to get a penalty.
He ain't gonna get penalized.
Exactly.
You don't get penalized if they're running off the field with too many.
Well, not even that.
If you get penalty, like you're going to go up 6 inches.
Yeah,
well, yeah, that's true too. But
I thought that too, Peyton. Like you're not going to get penalized for having not enough.
No,
like it'd be offsides. That's it.
Yeah,
and you move off the ball 6 inches.
You run somebody out there,
and there's still 3 seconds left.
Yeah,
like.
So he knew the second time he didn't the first time.
Yeah, he knew the second time he knew, but he didn't send the player out there because he didn't want a penalty.
Like that's a situation. If I'm him, and I notice I don't have enough guys, and it is the most important play of the game, I get close to an official and I cuss him out. That way, I get a 15-yard penalty. The play stops. It's like a glorified timeout. Who gives a crap? You move the ball up 6 inches.
Sprint on the field.
Sprint on the field. Get naked. Get something.
I mean, Jimbo almost made a tackle yesterday.
Yeah,
he was so far.
He whiffed on it so bad though.
But yeah,
but you know what I mean? Like, do something to stop the play.
Yeah.
Like,
don't go out down with 10 on the field.
No.
And the one that was missing was the guy that got attacked.
Defensive end.
Hilarious. That guy got cut today.
You know good and well, whenever Ohio State got out there and lined up, they looked to their left and oh my God.
We're going left.
Travion Henderson's going to cut left on this so hard.
God.
How's that DN feel right now? Because it was both plays, wasn't it?
Yes.
Where did he go?
Yeah.
He better have been hurt. Like something better be wrong with him.
Sure, he was standing there going, Coach, why am I not in here? I mean, golly, dude. Unreal.
Yeah, he better have a torn ACL. Like something better be wrong with him.
Torn ACL.
Which Notre Dame when that kid dropped that interception on that drive.
Yeah,
man,
I had a feeling
that was it. That was it. That's right there, man. You just cannot in that situation right there. God.
And yes, Ohio State is always known for their offense and everything, but for them to go into South Bend and win a 17-14 kind of game, that's impressive for them.
Yeah, just ask Ryan Day; he'll tell you all about it. Dude, I don't
screw him. Peyton.
I don't get that.
Screw him.
Like it's freaking Lou Holtz just running his mouth on
College Game Day.
It wasn't even on that. It was Pat McAfee's show.
Pat McAfee at College Game Day.
Yeah,
Who cares?
Like, what are you Are you really worried about that?
He's got Dabo Sweeney in him.
I mean,
It feels like Bud, you are the underdog because you ain't won nothing.
that's exactly what I was.
You know?
I was saying to the TV. I was sitting there. I'm like,
Hey,
win
Brady's
a
got 100.
championship, dude. Like who gives a? I mean,
What
like
chance?
one game.
Brady's got the 100th win.
Uh.
It's. I'm gonna go find a tweet. Hold on.
It drove me
What
nuts.
tweets?
Dave Portnoy put it into phenomenal words.
It drove me
And he's
crazy.
a Michigan homer because he went to Michigan.
I liked how he said we've played one bad half in the past 2 years or whatever.
I'm like, well, first of all,
I'm not sure which half that was. It was Michigan or Georgia.
yeah.
So in Georgia they played a good game, but they just lost.
Ryan Day is projecting. Just because Michigan bullies you every year, no reason to lash out. He also said, and this was very funny, as a Big Ten fan, it hurts me to watch Ohio need to run finesse plays to gain an inch. The Big Ten is about being a man. Maybe that is why Michigan is the new face of the conference.
Ooh.
Disgusting.
Dang.
He ain't wrong, though.
No.
I hear Big Ten football, besides like C.J. Stroud and Ohio State's offense, I think about Smash Mouth football.
Yeah.
You know, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Ohio State's always the outlier.
You know, and they're supposed to have
It's
one of the best running backs in the country
it's
right
like
now.
Utah in the Pac-12.
Yes.
They're just different. Like
Yeah.
there's something about them just isn't the same. Yet they still play the same.
I didn't get
teams.
to watch. I watched the end of this game. I wanted to watch more, but that freaking back and forth from streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
It takes
Sucks.
too long. I'm not gonna miss an LSU 2 or 3 plays because the freaking streaming back. I'm going trying to flip it back and forth. It drives me nuts.
So you were streaming the LSU game?
No, I have to
you wanna
stream for the NBC.
Why didn't you just have it on your phone? Or you live text, don't you, throughout the game?
Yeah,
That's what it is? Okay.
because I got y'all, and then I got another group message I'm in.
Yeah.
So like it's just
I had Peacock on my phone
Okay.
for that game, yeah.
Just buy a second TV. That's all you
Do
got to
what?
do. Just buy a second TV.
I know apparently.
About 150 ain't nothing. Like
Yeah, they're really nothing
and
now.
it is so worth it.
Yeah.
Peyton, I got to watch so much of the Saints today. It was awesome.
We've watched every snap of the Saints this year.
Yes.
It was great.
It was really good yesterday.
I had Ohio State, Notre Dame on the side TV, LSU on the main screen, and then I was flipping between
Washington
Penn
State and Oregon
the
State.
Penn State game and the Washington
Mhm.
State game on the small screen on the TV.
What happened to that game? So I'm flipping
Which
back
one?
and forth. Washington State, Oregon State.
I don't know. I
They're
didn't
up
have the channel.
31 to like
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. 31 to 10 or 17 or something like that.
And
I'm like,
Beavers never die, man.
I'm like, well, that's over. And so I quit flipping back and forth to
Yeah.
it until I want to say at the end at the LSU game, I flipped to it and it was close. I'm like,
And almost recovered the onside kick to make it even closer. Yeah, it was got really risky there. Yeah, let's move on.
but I mean, Notre Dame obviously can still bounce back. They didn't.
Yeah,
this game
yeah.
doesn't
They
hurt.
have plenty of tests left.
But I mean, that I don't. See
I think they
them-
dropped to 11.
I don't
Yeah.
see them winning out.
No.
You got,
You got
atmosphere,
at
it's
Duke,
gonna be crazy.
at Duke versus USC at Clemson.
I can see him. I see Clemson beating them.
Yeah, definitely.
Dabo's going to be desperate at the end.
That's another Bama LSU game.
Ah, it
Notre
is.
Dame at Clemson. Who
It
Clemson
is.
will probably be ranked by then.
Yeah.
Next game, Penn State versus Iowa, 31-0.
I was so bad at all.
My God, man, I love it. Penn State's legit. I'm telling you, Penn State.
I was so bad at offense.
I'm so ready for Penn State to play someone like real, even though it's Iowa. But putting up 31 on Iowa's defense is actually impressive.
It is.
And then you hold Iowa to 0, which is the easiest thing in the world to do.
It is.
True.
Penn State,
Ugh,
at
next
Ohio
2
State,
days.
man.
They might beat Northwestern
Jesus.
by whatever they want.
What about
Or
UMass?
Or, yeah. I'll take the Minutemen over the Wildcats right now.
UMass and New Mexico went in overtime yesterday.
Oh,
I would
What
have
a
had people
game.
who are in that
What a
stance
game.
for that one. That is 2 of the worst programs in the country.
Yeah. At Ohio State on the 21st. That's going to be a heck of a game.
That's,
Very excited for
that's
that.
a game day.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's CJ's birthday chance. Isn't there a lot of games that day?
It's about the
Oregon,
21st.
Washington.
Dude, there's so many good games that day. I'm pissed.
Uh-oh.
Who's that?
Coonsey.
Something bad?
Just grab his knee.
Washington 59-32 on Cal. They were up 14-0 before they played an offensive snap. Pretty fun game there. Washington's chance. What about Washington?
They're really good, but their defense is questionable. Cal had scored.
I mean, it was towards the end.
I mean, their defense had a pick six on like the opening drive.
Yeah.
And then
Cal's terrible. But
Cal gave Auburn everything they wanted.
I wouldn't exactly, and they still only scored 10 points. I was shocked to let them see them score that many though on you, which I know some of them were some garbage minutes. But
yeah, and it was 45-12 at half, so you probably didn't really care too much.
They did not care anymore. I went to bed at halftime because they covered the over.
Yeah.
The over 38.5 team points.
I had to go to bed. I was after that LSU game. I was freaking exhausted.
We'll see what the defense is like on the 14th.
I'm ready for that.
Washington, Oregon.
Happy birthday to me.
Ooh, at Arizona. That's going to be bad. Ugh.
Then
I think they're the best offense in the country.
What about Oregon versus Colorado?
2 studs at receiver.
That's the thing, man.
One of them didn't play yesterday.
And their running back is so good, too. Dylan Johnson's a stud. They are so fun to watch. Yep. Did you watch them last night?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, yeah.
It's like they were playing a different sport. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. I want their OC somewhere. He needs to go somewhere else.
So, all right, I haven't fully figured out the story. I was like half listening to the broadcast. Apparently, like the head coach, the OC, the QB coach, assistant head coach, maybe DC, like have been traveling together throughout colleges. Like they like low key have like a pact. They all started at SIOUX Falls.
Sioux Falls in like the early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah. Like there's like a big group thing together with them. It's very, very interesting. Whenever
Washington coaches.
I tried that last night. It didn't work. And then also, yeah, their OC, they said Nick Saban begged to come down there, and he said no. He said, I want to stay at Washington.
Makes me love them even more, man, I'm telling you.
But,
and
like, yeah, if you look, I looked at their, like, individual bios and stuff, and they all started at that CO Falls at some point.
I've read an article.
Where were they before for Washington?
I've read an article about another weird school like that where a bunch of people started at, and they just branched off and became legends.
So, head coach was, he's CO Falls, head coach from 05 to 09, OC from 2000 to 04.
Oh, so they're all at Fresno?
And then the OC was at CO Falls from 07 to 09. See, and he's kind of been following them since. He's been at Fresno State with them. Here and there they miss one or two spots, but it's like they all started back at the CO Falls place.
Well, they would have to because of their contracts and stuff. I mean, sure, they can't all leave at the same time or whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the assistant head coach did not, but he met them up at Fresno State and came with them. And then, let's see, co-defensive coordinator. Let's see. Yeah, CO Falls from 99 to 09. Head coach was there from 2000 to 09.
Huh.
See, it's so cool. And then he was a safeties coach at Fresno State with him. So, like, it's like they all started at the same place, then kind of branched off, and now he's brought them all back. Special teams coordinator was at Fresno State with them.
That's what coaches do. They make friends, they learn who they can trust, and they bring those guys everywhere with them.
Yeah, it's really cool, really cool. But yeah, Washington's legit, very fun to watch. Next game, Oregon, Colorado.
And pops the balloon.
We are done talking about that game.
It was it was something. It was something.
It was everything we predicted it to be.
Yeah, it got bad pretty quickly.
And I don't even think Travis Hunter would help anything.
Heck no, he wouldn't help the thing. He wouldn't help the thing, I can promise you. Because Oregon put the foot off the gas. They could have scored 70 if they wanted to.
The most shocking thing was that I didn't know Oregon still had Oregon players. Like, I thought they were kind of more of a just different team ever since like Lanning got there in the past couple years. I didn't know they had LaMichael James still, DeAnthony Thomas. Like they had like 4 guys that were under 5'9", and they were just fast.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know they still had that. That's scary because that whenever you think of Oregon, that's what you think of. Mm-hmm. You think of them running that freaking motion offense and just doing the weirdest plays to DeAnthony Thomas, LaMichael James, all these weird players.
With that, but now they got more of a SEC front seven.
Yeah,
than they used to have.
Yeah, but they have an actual defense, and then they still got that weird speed. Like,
which I know Colorado's offensive line's terrible. I don't know if you noticed it yesterday. They never blitzed once. It was just from the front
D
four.
ends. Yeah,
it was. That's it. They didn't have to. Like, I mean,
that's what I was talking to Chance. I was like, it was just a straight up bad matchup for Colorado, and it's going to be the same thing with Utah. Utah and Oregon are kind of different from the rest of the Pac-12 in that term because they produce legit offensive linemen and they produce legit defensive linemen. And like there's just something different watching them compared to USC. That's why I think that USC line this week is just wildly way too high for USC. 27.5.
They're not that good of a team.
No,
a lot of that also, though, I think is how are these kids at Colorado about to respond?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's at Boulder.
Are they going to bounce back, or are they just going to be like, oh, here
it's at Boulder. You've got a chance to kind of just change everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean.
And 27.5 points. That's insane.
That's
it was 21 against Oregon.
Which I thought was low.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I really thought. I mean, and we said that. I think we said they're going to.
But so
beat them by 50 easily.
USC will probably score 45, 42, 50. Give USC 50. You're telling me Oregon? I mean, Colorado's only putting up what 21 on USC's defense
after Arizona State put up 28.
After Arizona State put up 28 and Colorado just put up 6, like they're scoring. They're scoring 28 plus.
First of all, Colorado's weapons when Hunter's not out there look very blah. Yeah. They don't look real good.
It's not NFL guys after them.
No.
It's just like really good college guys.
No.
And then they barely used the running back that I think is really good, the Edwards kid. They barely used him.
They couldn't.
Too tiny?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And second of all, before they blinked, they were down 14-21 nothing.
Yeah.
You couldn't run the ball.
But think about like that TCU game. He's the one that broke like the 70-yard catch.
Yeah.
Getting him involved the same way that Oregon got their little tiny guys involved.
Colorado looked out coached. They looked out man. They looked. I mean, they looked like the JV team showed up for a high school game. Like, oh crap! Well, we're not ready for this.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was bad from the get go.
But from the coaching standpoint, what could Colorado have even done?
It wouldn't have mattered.
I think it was just straight up outmanned and just like.
Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
I would have. You know your offensive line's bad. Why are you not quick pass? Go like short slants, wide receiver screens. Get something moving. Get something on the outside. I mean, it was like pat trying to get one down the field. Like, no, this is
home runs.
Yeah, we're not playing Colorado State anymore. Like we're on the big stage now. Like you want the big stage? Here you got it, bud. I mean that you could have helped them out a little bit. I wasn't a fan of how they were trying to just big shots. And they've gotten away with that against a TCU defense that's terrible, against a Colorado State team that's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to do that.
And that's why I think next week against USC, they'll be able to do it.
Should be able to do it, I would think. I mean, USC's defense is not real good. I tried to watch some of that game last night against Arizona State just so I could see, how next week's game's going to be. I couldn't really get into it because it was just not real good.
Yeah.
And I was just wore out. But I don't like how Prime went. Dude, don't act like you're not running the mouth. Don't act like you're not putting all this on social media.
Yeah.
Like, don't be like, trying to turn the other cheek and be like, well, I mean, I'm going to remember this.
From him.
I'm going to, I'm not, calling out. Dude, first of all, your son and your other boy went on the middle of the logo and started doing that.
Your kids did exactly what you got pissed off about another team doing.
Exactly. Thank
so,
you,
like,
Chance.
That's the pot calling the kettle
yes,
black. Like,
and then he's going to sit there and try to say,
you can't
we
do
don't,
that.
Thank you. Thank
you can't do that because you got pissed in Nebraska for doing it. Like, get out of here with that crap.
Yes,
man.
exactly. That's what I hate.
That pissed me
crap.
off yesterday.
Me too, Chance. That
pissed
press
me
conference,
off.
and then your son flashing his watch and all that. It's
Yeah.
me. It's not
Like,
that you're sitting there in a team that's won 2 back-to-back national champions. Do you see them on social media doing all this stuff? Do you see their coach putting stuff out there?
No, they're just speeding.
Like, I mean, yeah,
They're driving really fast,
exactly.
killing people.
Like, I mean,
They have
they're
different issues.
They're not rah-rahing about themselves and their team, and it's all about me culture. And that's what Prime's really preaching to his kids. So don't get mad when another coach that you're playing is having that speech he said before the game.
He don't realize, like, he doesn't realize he's giving everybody bulletin
It's
board
targets.
material
Yes.
every single week.
And at first,
Like, I didn't know he tweeted. First off, I didn't follow him on Twitter until yesterday. I didn't know he had a Twitter. He undoubtedly tweeted about something about their defensive line, talking about Oregon's defensive line or something. Well, so they felt like it was up to them to shut him up, and they did. A kid said in a interview thing after the game.
Well, so I got that. So it was a defensive lineman for Oregon because he apparently Prime talked about how the offensive line for them was going to be the game changer for this game.
Yes.
He said they came in yesterday, stepped on our O. That's the results you get. To see how Coach Prime was sitting there taking it in, like when he talking about when he walked into the stadium for the first time, that's going to stick with me forever. He posted a video the day before the game about how the O-line was going to change the game. They didn't change the game. You know how Coach Prime always says, make it personal? Honestly, the D-line, we took it personal today.
There you go.
For him to call us out on social media like that was unacceptable. It's garbage. It's hot garbage. Like, I mean, Prime,
he's doing it to himself.
Yeah, he is.
And, like, I get to an extent why he's doing some of this stuff.
He's just trying
to recruit. I get it.
Yeah.
I get that. Like, if I was a 16-year-old kid and I was really freaking good at football, I would like that.
Yeah.
You know, I get that. But he's making it really hard on the kids he already has there. I don't think he cares about that, honestly. He's too worried about thinking about next year, I think, now.
I want to see how the locker room is going to approach this because, I mean, now he's going to be like, you know, that's my son that y'all not protecting.
Yeah.
That O-line is going to start getting kind of offensive because they're going to be hammering them now.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting, you know, thing in the locker room there when he starts because, I mean, they're terrible, obviously. But, I mean, like.
When do they play Utah?
I think it's the last game of the year.
Okay, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because.
That would hurt the pride.
Yeah, last game.
That would be a dagger.
Yeah.
I think.
Oregon State's kind of got that Utah physicality as well.
It's good that those teams are spaced out for them.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for them. They have weeks to recover. Be like, okay, we can do this. You know, boost that confidence back up. But he's. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like some of it.
Oh, I watch it on. I mean, I do too. But
you can't.
You're
can't go against what you're saying.
Yeah, thank you.
Like
That's
you're
what drove
being a
me
hypocrite.
nuts.
Like
yeah,
you're being a hypocrite to exactly saying going against everything you said you hated. Like
it was all fun. It was all fun when you had the gun. You're the
he's trying to cover
underdog,
his butt.
and everybody was behind your back. Now the target's on you, man. You come out and win those few games. Now everybody's you just pissed off everybody now.
Yes,
you know talking about how you know your program's changing. He's kind of changing college football and all this stuff. Dog, you got some dudes like Dan Lanning yesterday. He was, I mean, that comment.
What about that
dude,
speech?
That speech. That speech was one that might need to be put in our freaking beginning of our pod.
No, I can't do that.
Oh my God!
I wonder when he thought of that.
Dude, the clicks.
That wasn't off the dome.
July.
He'd been waiting on that since Prime got the job. I think.
Then the halftime, he said, "I hope all these millions of people that have been watching are still watching right now."
I like him.
I do too.
That dude's got some swag to him, man.
Yeah, he does.
And you could tell, like,
whenever he did the fake punt, you could just tell on his face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He wanted blood.
That was a
He
smirk.
just wanted to laugh.
That was a
blood.
smirk on that face. Yeah, he wanted blood.
He
man.
you said he played linebacker?
Yeah, linebacker.
He's
in
got
the
that
NFL
about
too.
him.
I think
He's got that.
He is a linebacker.
He's got that look about him.
Like-
Dan Campbell, Mike Vrabel,
Yeah.
that kind of feel.
A guy I would love to play for.
Yeah.
When they asked, "Can we have the cameras in the locker room for you?" Yeah, come on. he knew.
I've been having this wrote up for a week.
It's been ready. Yeah, that's right. No, I love it, man.
And everything he said was true.
Yeah, no,
it was all true.
It was.
We can talk Colorado all day. We got a lot of games still to cover. We haven't even talked about Bama yet. Utah 14-7 against UCLA.
Is Cam Rising ever going to play?
Nah, they don't need them.
I mean, they're going to when they start playing some.
Eventually,
Yeah.
eventually. That defense though it's pretty
That's
legit.
the thing, though. They know they don't need him yet.
They got Corvallis on Friday night at Corvallis. It's hard to win there. I'll tell you that.
Oh, Friday night.
Yeah,
Good. I like the FS1. That's
yeah.
weird.
It'll be a little late game, so I can watch
Yeah,
that
late
on
one.
the
I
way
like
to
that.
Tennessee. They'll need Rising by. I mean, they probably need him
They're
Friday
gonna need him
night.
Friday night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at Corvallis.
They better have him
at
Friday night.
Corvallis on a Friday night. That's gonna be an environment.
Yeah, they better have him by Friday night.
There's going to be like a blackout or something.
It probably will be.
Ooh, though you got USC and Oregon back to back, and
The
Washington.
Pac-12 has 7, 8, 9, 10.
3 out of the 4 weeks.
And then you've got 19 Oregon State. Wazoo is like 17 or something.
16.
Like it's Pac-12, man.
If Wazoo keeps winning, I want the Ward kid to get an invite. He ain't gonna win the Heisman, but I want him to get an invite.
He's balling.
If they keep winning, man, because I mean, I feel sorry for them. They're sitting there left. They got nobody that wants them. And they're out there just fighting for themselves, man.
There's 2 top 20 teams that no one wants.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Who's the other one?
Oregon State.
Oregon State.
I don't know why you wouldn't take them with Oregon.
That makes sense.
Where's Oregon going?
Big Ten?
Them and Washington
Why
are
not
both
take
going to the
them?
Big Ten. Washington's going there with them too. Why not take their rivals?
Oh, man. I guess
And
they're
they're
trying
good
to prevent
football
all the
programs.
travel.
Money.
They're worried about the travel.
Money.
Who pays for the travel? The conference?
Your
the
schools,
boosters.
Schools pay for that.
Okay.
Gary Payton II has a good contract. He can get some money out there for Oregon State.
Who's the receiver? Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, and this is Gary Payton and Klay Thompson. We got plenty of money. Dub Nation got you. That's basketball talk. Alabama, Ole Miss. What about that? It's what I expected.
Yeah, I mean, Saban's defense.
Their
finally
defense is gonna be
showed up.
fine.
Yeah, their defense is gonna be all right.
What's that LSU Bama game going to look like?
It's building up to be good.
What's it going to look like though? Like what kind? And it's not going to be.
I think
it's not going to be
better than
Tua
them right
versus
now.
Burrow.
We're
It's
better
going to
than
be
them.
best on best and worst on worst.
Yeah. I mean, I think by then Milroe will be serviceable.
It's
going to be like Blake Sims.
Yeah, he looks like Blake Sims playing. In my
That's
opinion,
racist.
Without Lane Kiffin coaching him.
Yes.
You give Kiffin
17 for 21 for
Milroe,
225.
they're fine.
Like he's not bad.
He ain't bad.
He
but
makes
you gotta,
bad, he makes bad.
He has
decisions.
about 2 to 3 plays
you
that
got
are
to
just
realize,
bad.
though,
Yeah.
scroll down a little bit more.
But they found a running back.
54 of that 220 whatever came from one play. You know, like
They
then it looks a little bit worse.
They
Talking about
found
Burton.
their running back though.
McClellan, yeah.
That boy runs ball
He looks
hard.
like an Alabama running back.
Yes,
he does.
yes.
Yeah.
Like, not to sound semi-racist here, but every Bama running back has like the same skin tone. They look the exact same.
And their freaking arms are cut.
And they're always built. They look the exact same.
I
dude.
know.
Every year they
I
look
know.
the same.
Trey Harris from Tech did not get a catch for Ole Miss, and he did play. I heard his name numerous times. But yeah, they're Bama.
The Kiffin's.
They don't have Bryce Young, they don't have Tua, but they're Bama.
Kiffin. I heard a stat actually on the way over here.
He's gonna be the OC for the Saints.
Kiffin's 1-19 versus teams with 9 or more wins.
Ooh, Jesus.
So I mean that tells
Yeah.
you right there. He racks up enough wins against the crappy teams, and then because I mean he's usually 8-4.
Yeah.
I mean every year, and that's about. I mean you're gonna play 4 good teams every year.
Yeah.
So that's
So
about
when are
right.
they gonna get tired of it?
Yeah.
Wazoo versus Oregon State. Yeah, it was 35-14 going into the fourth.
I thought it was something like that.
Oregon State never gave up. Washington State, I expected Oregon State's like physicality up front to kind of control the game, similar to Oregon versus Colorado. But Washington State, that offense is just explosive, man.
What
Hit
did
big
DJ
plays.
Like? I didn't watch a lot of it.
He's not bad. Missed some plays here and there, but 17 for 34 for 198 and a touchdown. And he
How
runs
do
the
they
ball.
score that many points?
He
then?
runs the ball way more than I expected. Yeah, nine carries for 61
he did
and a
Clemson.
touchdown.
I mean, that's about all he could do is run it.
They're Utah essentially, but in orange and black. He never looked. He wasn't the problem for them losing. It was just Cam Ward just being better. Cam Ward was 28
good,
for
man.
34 for 404.
404.
He's good, dude.
Against a good defense.
I'm telling you.
And with all new
if
weapons.
they keep winning, I want them to at least get the invite. Like,
They got
especially
UCLA next week,
Thump.
Arizona,
The kid came from
Thump.
Incarnate Word.
and then at Oregon on the 21st. They only have Oregon and Washington
Well, whose
and
schedule is
Colorado.
this?
Wazoo. They miss USC, Utah, and no, the USC and Utah. They missed those two.
At
But
Oregon, though.
their thing is they'll lose one they're not supposed to.
Yes,
Arizona State.
definitely.
They'll lose a
Arizona
weird game.
State, probably.
They might lose this weekend to UCLA
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
perfectly possible.
Yeah.
or Colorado, 9:30 in November. Like it'll be interesting. Oklahoma 20-6 versus Cincinnati.
I watched some of that game.
I didn't watch any of it really.
Cincinnati's not Big 12
No.
talent yet ready.
No.
I mean, they
Lost their coach, lost everything.
Yeah,
It's going to take a little bit,
they got to build that program up back again.
and they will.
Yeah.
They're Cincinnati. They're going to be fine. North Carolina, Drake May threw a left-handed touchdown. Saw that.
I did not see that.
You didn't?
No.
Tua threw a right-handed touchdown today.
Yeah. Where's the play at? Here it is.
Holy crap.
No, legit threw it lefty.
So he was rolling left and he just decided to throw it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a freaking flex.
It was pretty impressive, and it wasn't just like a little 2-yard flip at the goal line. I think it was about 5 or 10 yards.
It's a 40-yard bomb.
No.
They call him the amphibian.
All right, is this video? It's the bar is moving. but-
That's going across. You got.
Come on.
Come on.
Nope.
Or not.
I'll just look it up.
That's crazy.
Was the dude wide open?
Uh,
So it was a design for him to throw it with his left hand?
no. It
Okay.
was a Mahomes type play.
Okay. Oh. Holy crap.
I could have made that throw.
Why holding a guy off?
Yeah, and
Like,
another guy
and
coming in
knowing
front
you're
of
about
you.
to get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a play.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
this is the
impressive.
situation right there.
Yeah, you're about to get hammered right there.
So yeah, from the 10-yard line, he throws it 5 yards deep in the end zone,
well, that DB was
and
smart.
it's a little bit of a jump pass too.
Yeah, he knew he couldn't throw it because his right hand was.
Oh yeah, the DB made a great play
Yeah, he
there.
made a good play.
2nd and 4, 21-17 in the first half still too.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Hey, speaking of Pittsburgh, random thought. I was watching a little bit of the BYU versus Kansas game, and
Yeah.
I forgot the quarterback.
Slavis.
Yeah, BYU.
Does he have to do the
Does he have to become a
trip
Mormon?
after you transferred in?
That's a phenomenal question, baby.
We asked that about Jamal Williams. I don't think he's that. Jamal Williams played 4 years there. He came straight pro.
But I thought you had to when you got there.
He became a pro.
I don't think they're full military-ish like that.
Okay.
Like I don't think that's on a
So
contract.
transferring in, he's good. He's got
that'd
pass.
become a cult at that point.
yeah.
Which they are.
Yeah.
No offense.
Which I mean, because I was like, you go from USC,
Yeah.
Los Angeles, to Pittsburgh to Mormon. So I was just curious on how that worked.
Yeah.
Former top 2 or 3
Yes,
ranked
in the
quarterback.
class. Yes, in the country.
Dude didn't turn out to be good.
No.
Duke 41-7 UConn. That's pretty much
told
it.
y'all we should
Florida,
keep that eye
Florida
on that
barely did
spread.
anything.
How about
That
Charlotte's
heck of a
coach?
catch by Florida, though.
The catch of the year.
Is incredible.
If somebody has a better catch than that, I want. That was a Jumpman logo.
What's Charlotte's coach do?
Have you not seen him?
Cut off shirt.
Dude,
Oh.
he's a freaking
Really?
unit, son. He is. Google. I promise
He's
you.
everything we support on this podcast.
I promise you. We will be a Charlotte
Dude,
podcast. here in a little
guaranteed.
bit.
Homeboy pack.
Just go to images.
His name's Biff.
Just go to images.
He knocked out a 12-pack.
Look at man right here. He wears that in the game, son.
What's he got on his What's he got on
This
he
is
got
reminder notes.
Thy will be done.
Dude,
Is that a tat?
That's part of the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah. He's got the Lord's Prayer on his hand.
Dude, I'm telling you. He is. Look at his press conference. He's got a freaking muscle shirt. Look at that, man.
He looks like freaking Brian Kelly if he let himself go.
He needs.
Oh my God, that is a very good analogy.
He needs a brawl.
This dude's my hero.
This is awesome.
Dude, he's our hero. I mean, look
That's
at
just
this.
a plain white tee.
Yeah, he doesn't have a logo on it.
With some black shades.
Yeah,
I love it.
and they've actually been. Look at that.
I wonder if he was there. Kelton visited there and almost committed there. I wonder if he was there then, or if he's a new guy.
No, he's a fairly new coach, I think. Check though. I want to say this is like he's only been there a couple of years.
Yeah, first year.
Okay, yeah.
Michigan associate head coach. Was he wearing that with Harbaugh? No way. Alma mater Duke. Yeah, he looks like a Duke guy.
Dude, but look. Did Duke come from high school?
Hold up. Alma mater Duke, playing career Pittsburgh.
He didn't graduate.
Didn't graduate at Pittsburgh, and then he transfers to Duke to finish college.
My man went from high school to an associate head coach and then a head coach?
Yeah. 2 years of it at Michigan.
Look, he's never even been a coordinator.
Jim Harbaugh's concierge is the most interesting man in coaching.
Click on that, please.
Yeah. That's him.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We are a Charlotte and Texas State podcast.
And Washington.
Hey, I wonder if they play.
Oh, dude.
No.
How did Texas State do yesterday?
They won. Or down 17-0.
Yeah, at halftime.
Yeah.
How about our
they
Dukes,
won-
Clay?
Jesus Christ, James Madison. That was
We had a lot going on that
on the
game.
Mountain West Network. You saw that there's a channel for it on Roku.
Yeah,
we could have watched
hilarious.
the whole game.
Yeah.
Mountain West Network. Incredible. Like, I don't even know what happened.
That was
in
like the
game.
final leg of our parlay. Like,
Yeah, well,
needed it.
Washington had to score
that was
38 points.
and they did in the first half. Dude.
Yeah.
Charlotte's got Navy in 2 weeks. I'm sure Navy will be very excited to see that on the other side of the field. Is it still that what's the coach?
No, he's
Tom,
not there anymore.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Dang.
What's wrong with the
got a
field
new
at
coach.
Vegas?
It's
Smoke. It's in a freaking dome.
From the halftime show?
Maybe. Anything else?
I think Carrie did the halftime show. She's there.
Lil Wayne did it.
Oh, really?
I just realized because he was in front of the torch. I forgot they have a freaking torch for Al Davis. I thought it was like an Olympic torch. So I was wondering, like, why is he performing in front of an Olympic torch? It all just clicked for me.
I'm supposed to be going to that stadium next year.
For LSU.
Mhm.
If we don't improve drastically at DB,
Caleb might be there.
No, he's going to draft.
Oh,
I don't know. He might not.
He's gone.
He might not.
He's gone.
No, I'm talking about this guy that's hitting Devontae's gone.
Caleb, Justin Fields can call him and say, hey, you don't want to go to Chicago.
Hey, bud, I love you. Don't do this.
Like Chicago or Arizona. It looks like it's your options right now. Or Denver.
Arizona does look promising, at least.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I mean, you go get him and then go get him Marvin Harrison.
Shoot.
I mean,
Yeah, and then whatever you get back for
Watch
Kyler.
this.
He just got out of concussion protocol, too.
He didn't get hit in the head.
he get in the head though. Yeah.
Yeah, but his
defenseless.
neck snapped back.
That's that whiplash they don't want.
Yeah.
That's more dangerous than a head-to-head hit.
All right, that's it for this one. College football rules.
Go. Oh, one more thing before we.
What we
do
got?
That. The end of the LSU game.
Oh, I want to talk about that.
Jesus
but I had
Christ,
to go do
Brian
something.
Kelly.
I was. Oh, I was not in a good way.
So.
Has anybody asked him why?
I have not seen it. Now, I didn't watch his post game interview last night. So I listened to some of the radio talk last night after, but I didn't. I started listening to it after Chris Blair and them. It was Hunt Palmer and Brandon Taylor.
Brandon Taylor.
Yeah, he's on with Hunt Palmer.
Good for him.
I almost texted Hunt Palmer during the day to ask Brandon Taylor about some DB questions. But anyway, why? First of all, why would you not snap it on third down and if you run it or whatever, you don't get it, then you use the time, let the time run down to 3 seconds. And then call it.
Exactly. That's my only question.
Or get the ball and let Jaden go get in the middle of the field, take a knee, let the clock run, call a timeout, 3 seconds.
Which, I mean, I did hear the interview with the kicker last night. He was like, I don't have a preferred. I don't care where.
Yeah, but still, the middle's better.
That short, I would
Yes.
think middle would be better.
Yeah, that short from the left is scary.
Yeah, but like, why not just run it? They weren't going to stop
Why
Diggs.
leave any time?
Don't score a touchdown. I didn't. I wanted 0 seconds on that clock. I didn't want KJ to touch the football again. I didn't want a touchdown.
I'm okay with not going for a touchdown, but I just do not understand leaving time.
My question is, why was Arkansas not letting us score?
I think they tried to at one point. But
Yeah, they did. They tried, and then somebody made a tackle.
That's whenever you stand up and you run through the back of the end zone.
Yeah,
you run it high because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'd give them pretty good odds to score on us with a minute left with KJ out there doing what he was doing all game.
and then you kick an onside kick at the end.
You squib it.
Well, no, they squibbed it, but they squibbed too far. Yeah, like you kick it right in front of you. 1 second, as soon as the player hits it, the time's down. What are they going to do?
Was there only 1 second left?
1 second.
I thought that was the Notre Dame game.
No, 1 second.
Notre Dame had one as well.
Because
I don't know.
Or no, I'm sorry, it was 4 seconds.
There was more than
4
one.
seconds or three or four. It was right.
I think there might have been 8 whenever we kicked
it. That's beside the point, though.
There should have been 0 when we
exactly.
finished the kick.
Why was that field goal not us win or we go to limit?
And it's not
overtime?
like it was like a rush or something happened. He stood by the ref and made that decision.
Yeah,
like that is what he was wanting to do.
He was going to do that the whole time.
Yeah, like that was his plan.
I truly do not understand it.
And especially,
I kind of feel like he forgot that we used all our timeouts at that point.
Especially after last year, the Florida State game.
Yeah,
that close of a kick isn't a guarantee in college. Ever.
I'd rather have the touchdown any day. I don't trust the snap, the hold, all that.
If you're gonna do something, try for it at least.
Yeah.
Like just
Diggs was going in. You weren't stopping him.
So weird, man.
It
so
was
weird.
Weird. God, it was weird.
I honestly won't. I haven't looked on Tiger droppings. I bet somebody's talked about it on there.
Oh, they were talking about it. Hunt Palmer was talking about it last night. He was freaking out about it.
Anybody have a guess?
No. I want to watch his post game.
Oh, Collada tomorrow.
Oh, Collada will be all over in the morning. I promise you.
I'll listen to Collada.
I guarantee he'll be all over in the morning.
9 a.m.
7.
Jesus. 7.
7 to 9. You can go back and watch it. It's on YouTube.
I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up and go do some NFL.
Go Tigers.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me. I feel